The gold price up, the silver price up. We're hearing from the Federal Reserve regarding monetary policy today. Is today, the biggest day where we see a shift in policy towards more dovish stance? That would be rocket fuel for the silver price and the gold price. But I've got a big warning for you. We're going to talk about that and something super cool. I have a new concept regarding silver and gold and the price and how it relates to the Fed. I'm going to share that with you at the end of the video as well. So today we're expecting, and I believe we're probably most likely going to see a pause from the Fed after record interest rate hikes, which have been killing the price of silver and gold for the last 2 years, right? Especially the last 16 months, the fastest rate of interest rate hikes in history. Look, it's been pretty well telegraphed. 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was telling everyone, and we were talking about this, right? We were saying how I felt, you felt the Fed was going to pause. Not many people thought that back then, but now that's the prevailing consensus. Everybody thinks the Fed is going to pause. Let me know in the comments. P for pause, R for raise. I'm a P for pause. But what's the big caveat? What's the most important thing we need to listen for? It's going to be the communication. It's going to be what the Fed says, because gold and silver will skyrocket if the Fed communicates that they're seeing that the economy's slowing, that they kind of give hints, right? However they do it with their convoluted language, that they're going to have to be looser with policy going forward. It can't rain forever, guys. They can't keep being ultra hawkish and killing the silver and gold price. When they switch to the more dovish, when the pendulum starts to go back the other way, that initial movement back the other way is going to be rocket fuel for the price of gold and silver. Will it happen today? I don't know. I want to issue you a warning, right? It feels like to me today could be a rug pull day. I don't want to be negative. I'm often wrong, but I'm getting this feeling that today could be a rug pull day, that they do pause, but that they communicate that they still are going to have to fight inflation, and we're on top of this, and we believe there's still going to be more interest rate hikes down the road, and that could be bad news for the silver price and the gold price. Let me know what you think. We got a P for a pause. Hello, Sharon. We got an R for a raise from Douglas Haley. Choke the woke is a P for a pause. Todd Pauly, a raise. So we're about half and half P's and R's, pause and raise. It's going to be critical, and it's going to be fireworks, because today could be the biggest day ever for silver and gold. We could, guys, be standing at the precipice, right? We could be right on the verge of, on the launch pad. What's another good way to say it? Give me some other ways you guys can describe where we could be standing. And that's true for platinum. That's true for palladium. It's true for silver. And it's absolutely true for gold. I have a new concept, and I want to share this with you right now, okay? And I've not heard anybody else say it this way. I was thinking this morning, here's the big picture. For silver price and gold price are okay in the long run, period, anyway, okay? The moon, yes, I like that. Thank you, David. Uh-oh, I lost you. There we go. Pause. Buy the dips. Failure to launch. Choke the woke is not as optimistic as we are. I have a new concept, because silver price and gold price, no matter what, right? No matter what the Fed does, no matter how they rearrange, it's smoke and mirrors, right? It's like the Wizard of Oz. You know, Jerome Powell, this guy, I'll get him out for you, like I do once usually. Hey, everybody, it's Jerome Powell, right? He's like the Wizard of Oz. He's like the man behind the curtain. Remember that movie when you were a kid and they finally discovered that the Wizard of Oz is a big fraud, a big fake, right? Who was creating illusions to confuse everybody. That's what's going on there. Silver price and gold price are going to do great in the long run, no matter what. We've got a couple thousand years of history that we can bank on for that. That's a fact, right? That's an absolute fact. In the interim, this is the new word. This is the new concept, right? We got unicorn fart dust, right? That's what Jerome makes, but we've got a new word. We got a new concept to describe what the Fed does. It's called monetary mirage. And that came to me. I was like, that's really what they're doing. It's all a mirage. It's all this make-believe, not based on anything real. And they can adjust things and adjust this, but it's kind of like, another great way for you to think about this. Let me know if this makes sense. It's like the Fed saying, they want to fight inflation. They can't fight inflation. If they get inflation under control, the debt becomes so unmanageable it doesn't work. It's like a fire. It's like if you have a fire going at your house, right? And you got your garden hose and you're saying, "I'm trying to put the fire out," but with your other hand, you're waving the fire. That's what's going on with the Fed right now. So no matter what they say today, no matter what they do, right? If it's a bad day for silver and gold, in the long run, as you look out over a longer time horizon, you can rest assured that silver and gold are real value. They're real money. They're gonna work, right? We got big troubles in this country right now. Big troubles that nobody's talking about, right? Remember this. The whole banking system in the United States is under tremendous stress. I don't mean a little stress. I mean tremendous stress. And remember what happened? Remember the silver price and gold price 8 weeks ago or so when we had a couple banks go belly up? Yeah, it exploded. You couldn't buy silver. You couldn't find silver. I mean, you could, but you were paying massive premiums and it was hard to find. Andy Schechtman from Miles Franklin, I heard him say, they had a record number of people. Like I heard some of these bullion dealers say, we got more new customers in the month of March or April, whatever month it was, than we had for the entire previous year. So guys, when this system, and this is within the context of Jerome Powell and what they do today, they're walking a tightrope, right? And the gold and silver price know that. The gold and silver price are smart. Silver price and gold price are smart. That's why we've got gold within striking distance of an all-time high. Okay, because it's smart. It looks around the corner, but it doesn't just look around one corner. It goes around even another corner and looks out into the future. For the gold price and the silver price, which are closely correlated, right? They look into the future. They call BS. They see it's a big monetary mirage, right? A monetary mirage. We've got unicorn fart dust. We know that when you're with me here in the basement like you are right now, me, the bear, and our old friend Ernie, right? You're a basement man. You're a basement woman. And the women are all welcome here. We have a growing core of female women stackers, and we are glad you're here. You are as important. Heck, you know what? Today it's National Women's Silver Day, June 14th. I just designated it, right? God, all kinds of stuff's happening on this live stream. Monetary Mirage, National Women's Silver Day, June 14th, designated by Ron from Ron's Basement. Next year we'll have a big convention. Me and all the ladies. Maybe Coin Shop Chris and Buddy Rumble, the Louisiana Gold Guru, maybe he'll join us as well. Nonetheless, we know gold looks around the silver. They look around the corner. That means they see into the future, right? So we got to remember in that regard that right now, gold has priced in a pause, because that's what everybody's expecting, a pause from the Fed, right? Everybody. Now, in fact, they all must have been watching my basement videos and listening to smart viewers like you. You guys are the ones who give me all this information. So we got a pause kind of priced in. Nonetheless, gold And look, silver's going to act just like gold. We love the silver price, right? I'm a more of a silver stacker. I don't even own any physical gold. I own a boatload of gold mining stocks, so don't give me any trouble about not owning any physical gold, because I got more money. Financial planners roll over in their grave when they see the percentage of my net worth that I have in gold mining stocks. I'm not diversified, but nonetheless, right? We know the gold price sitting right there near an all-time high. This is beautiful. You want to hear something beautiful? Settle back. Imagine we're all sitting around a campfire at the National Women's Silver Day convention. It's nighttime. We've had a good day. We're talking. Think about this story. I want to tell you a little story. Gold is near striking distance of an all-time high. Let that sink in, okay? Most other asset classes haven't been anywhere near their all-time highs. And this is the fun part. The sentiment, the feeling, measured in any way, is about an all-time low. If gold goes to an all-time high and then sentiment improves, rocket fuel. My mic was off. You might like it that way, huh? My mic was off. So we're about half and half on pause and raise. We're going to see what happens this afternoon. Man, is it going to be crazy, right? You know, and really bad news we got yesterday. Both Instapot and Pyrex, two of my favorite kitchen items, claim bankruptcy. We're going to see devastation in the corporate world, likely here in the United States, especially if Jerome either pauses and talks about raising rates more. We're going to have banks going pop, okay? I want you to think about this. Now, we're back at the campfire, all right? We're going to make some popcorn together. So we get a big kettle, we pour some oil in it, and we throw the popcorn in there, right? What happens? The oil starts to heat up. Think about that as interest rates going up. Suddenly, three of the kernels pop, 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 right? Those are the three banks that went belly up. That's Pyrex. That's the other company. What was it? Instapot. That's Bed Bath & Beyond. They start to pop, right? If you keep it on the heat, if you keep raising interest rates, more banks go pop, more companies go pop, because they can't sustain themselves in a higher interest rate environment. And when that happens, the silver price, what's that got to do with the silver price and gold price, Ron? You might be asking. Well, I'm going to tell you that in just 1 second. Hold on. I need to excuse myself. I don't want you to go anywhere. I want you to say hello to the big bear. I'm back. Yes, I have shorts on. I know. Sorry. What's going to happen to the silver price and the gold price? Because remember, we're all sitting around the campfire together. Kumbaya. We love silver. We love gold, right? I mean, we know that. It's National Women's Silver Day, June 14th, by the way, for those of you who've just joined me, because we have so many women, a flock, a rush of women coming into the silver world, and we're sitting around the campfire at the convention, popping, right? The heat is going up. The banks popped, right? Bed Bath & Beyond popped. Party City popped. But the heat keeps going up. And if Jerome does that today, then it's going to be pop, 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 pop. If you've ever popped popcorn, it all happens at once, right? The first couple kernels pop, and then there's a boom, deluge of popping that goes on. And when that happens, you better believe they're going to rocket the price of silver and gold, because they're going to have to run in and save everything. And the only thing they know what to do, print money, okay? They're going to have to print more money, because they all have an interest. They're all beholden to the system. So they're actually beholden to us as well, because all they're going to be able to do is print more money. Maybe it'll be CBDC. What do you think about that? when that pot with all those corn, when it all pops, when we get hundreds of companies claiming bankruptcy, what about people? My Lord, what's wrong with us? I mean, look, when we're sitting around the campfire together like we are right now, absolutely, we need to talk, because the amount of debt that Americans have on an individual household basis is crazy. Okay? So we're going to have people, individuals, claiming bankruptcy, companies going bankrupt, banks going out of business. Okay? That's what you got ahead of us, right? But again, the only thing they're going to be able to do is print money. Will they do that through CBDC? I don't know, right? I don't know. So whatever happens today, guys, look, like any day, gold and silver could get whacked. Be prepared mentally, all right? And think of the big picture. At least that's what I do, you know? That's what I do. Noel does not like CBDC. Okay, I got it. Oh, hey, now, right? If you want to come back to the campfire and join us here in Ron's Basement, I want you to please subscribe to the channel. That's really helpful. And I only have 49 thumbs up. I have to get to 100, then I ring the bell here 10 times. If we can get to 100, but please give this video a thumbs up. That also helps get the information out to more people, right? Because we love silver. We love gold. I know that about you, right? When did you first, do you remember the first time you bought silver? This is, I'll tell you a story. My first time I bought a silver coin was about 19 years ago. It was the first year that I was married to Suzie, Silver Suzie, my wife. You guys know Silver Suzie, right? And, you know, she's kind of happy today because it's National Women's Silver Day. National Women's Silver Day, yes. It was her first year we were married. It was her birthday. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go to the jewelry coin store. I went to Scotsman and I bought her an American Silver Eagle. As a matter of fact, I got it down here somewhere. You guys want to see it real quick? Oh, there it is, right on top. I bought her this American Silver Eagle for Suzie. That was 19 years ago. And then I learned more and felt better and better about buying silver. And, you know, this is growing, okay? We are a growing core. You are part of a growing core of people. The Coin Shop, Chris and I were talking about this last night. Like, it doesn't seem like stacking was much of a thing 5 years ago. Like, not that many people stacked silver. And now it seems like it's just a growing mob of people. I know Wall Street Silver had some drama in the hood, right? But they still have like 238,000 people. If you guys if you don't know what Reddit is, you don't have to be afraid of it. It's just like a bulletin board where you can go. There's communities. One of them's called Wall Street Silver. There's a new one called Silver Degen Club, Degen. I'm going to be talking to them, I think, this Saturday night. They're growing. They kind of were a spinoff of Wall Street Silver. They already have like 8,000 members. These are people. These are our campfire brothers, okay? All right, we're all around the old gold, and we're at the gold and silver, you know, convention. We're at our camp. It's a nice night. These are our brothers and sisters, because today's National Women's Silver Day. And they are enthusiastic, I mean crazy enthusiastic about the silver price and the gold price. So it is growing, right? The number of people, and gosh, you know, I'm so dense. You ever feel dense? We're not even talking about the rest of the world. Like, I live in America, so I think America's great. America's number one, blah, 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 blah. Well, whatever. There's a whole other world out there. And guess what? The rest of the world, there's more higher percentage of people. People in Venezuela are really happy that they're silver stackers and gold stackers. People in Turkey, that is a horrific situation over there with hyperinflation type environment. I may have misspoke. Very high inflation, possibly hyperinflation. But nonetheless, people in Turkey are real happy if they were silver stackers and gold stackers, okay? So it's not just the United States. We are so, hey, thank you, Sharon. No, super nice of you. Thank you for your super chat. I appreciate that, guys. Any support is appreciated. I am trying to raise twin 11-year-old girls, and I'll tell you, man, I don't know if you've ever raised kids, but they get expensive, especially this age. Like every day, something $20, $80. I need a pass for the trampoline park. Anyway, nonetheless, where was I? Oh, yeah, the rest of the world. Have you traveled? I've traveled. I've been to Thailand. I've been to Buenos Aires. I've been to Budapest. I actually studied economics at Karl Marx University for 6 months when I was in college, right as the Berlin Wall was. I've been all over the place, all right? I don't want to brag, but I've been everywhere, man. And the world is way different in everywhere. Okay, and Americans, we kind of forget, like the rest of the world, they love their silver and gold. They know, right? Right? We're so centric that we forget that there's the majority of the people in the world don't live in the United States. How did I get off on that one? I don't know. Very interesting. I'll tell you what, the other potential freight train we've got barreling at us here in the United States. We don't have to talk about, here, let's all tell him at once. Jerome, we have $32 trillion in debt, right? Right? We can tell him. What about her, his best friend? Oh, yeah, she's in charge of the Treasury now. Janet, we've got $32 trillion in debt, and it's growing, right? Freight train. That's a freight train. That's a freaking freight train heading at us because, guys, look, you don't have to be a Harvard-trained economist to understand the simple fact. The debt is going up. Interest rates are going up. There comes a point where the amount of money coming into our government can't even pay the interest on the level of the debt. At that point, the Fed has to print. Again, everything leads back to the Fed printing. Everything. It's like a game where everything leads to the same place. And you know what that leads to is rocket fuel for the silver price and the gold price. I mean, there's no way around it. It's going to be interesting. I appreciate you, every single one of you. Sharon, thank you for the super chat. Very nice of you. And for everybody out there, buckle up. Okay, we're going to have an interesting ride after these interest rate announcements. Oh, we got 5 more? 5 more thumbs up, and then I'll ring the bell. I mean, come on, 4 more? Can you do it, guys? Can you give this a thumbs up to get to 100, please? And then I'll ring the bell, and then I promise I'll leave you, but I'll be back because we will be back to the campfire. Don't forget, June 14th is National Women's Silver Day because there are more and more women, and there always have been some women, but it is growing like crazy. The number of women that are coming into stacking, the number of women who watch my channel. And I keep asking people, like, is it because of my dashing good looks? And nobody wants to answer the question. I think maybe it's because women are smart and they want to get into silver stacking. Thank you, Marcador. Thank you for the super chat. You guys are so generous. Oh, we got 125 thumbs up. All right, guys, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, if you ever have any questions, okay, please, my email's in the description of every video. I always respond to every email, okay? Always, you're important. Your input's important. Let's have a good day, and I'll see you soon.